Alright, champ. This is a deck I lovingly refer to as, let's rename it here, Batman Control. And we call this Batman Control because in Historic, there are no good guys. There's only the occasional billionaire beating up the poor and the mentally unstable that you could root for, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Historic is a format full of villains, chat. There's cats going into ovens, there's linear auras decks, there's blue-white control, there's graveyard-based aggro combo decks, you know, just kind of is what it is. This is a deck we played a few times in the past, and it's felt like it has the tools to be competitive in the format. It's just like playing a bunch of good cards. One thing that's always notable to call out is that Yahenni's Expertise is our sweeper of choice. This card's very powerful because of the tempo it generates. Being able to sweep the board and then put a Narset into play and start drawing cards, or drop Sea and Sky in. Sea and Sky is also a great threat in this deck. It is a 3/4, so it notably doesn't die to Yahenni's Expertise. It also generates card advantage every single time it attacks, which is nice. So let's go ahead and pop on into some match with this and see if it still feels okay in the format. Saucer Crab, thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate you keeping me around. Andrew, thank you for the 64 months. How long until we get a Justice League Secret Lair and then we can really play Batman Control? Hopefully not long. No, I don't want a Justice League Secret Lair. I need like a Justice League Commander deck or like Lord of the Rings style expansion. Yeah, so that's what I said. Lord of the Rings is a confirmed the Lord of the Rings set, chat, is Modern Horizons 3. It is legal in Modern in paper, and it will be on Magic Arena, and it will be historic legal. It is literally Modern Horizons 3. Our hand is doing some stuff, chat. They could be Phoenix with just like main deck other Phoenix hate. Can't wait for actual factual Gandalf control, right? I'm gonna go ahead and actually just pop off this Drowned in the Loch and get my 2-for-1. Spend my mana for the turn. This might be a Narset don't downtick her angle.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers.
Nah, I lied. I'm gonna downtick Narset here because they already have instant sorcery planeswalker and this adds land, so Unholy Heat's gonna kill her regardless.
Your prowess.
If they weren't at Delirium, I would consider leaving her at 5, but because they already have Delirium, I'm just gonna downtick.
Just the trick for this.
Their Narset could imply something more controlling, so I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Like if we get like Archmage Charmed here, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, main deck Sun's probably a control deck over there. They keep fetching a lot of blue, so I'm expecting Archmage's Charm to be a card that we'll need to consider playing around. Ah, they're just Jeskai control. Got it. Wait. Survey says. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we got him. Ha! Got him! To make a 4-4 angle here. Just make 3-3.
There are so many mysteries to unpack. Keep an open mind.
One of the reasons why this deck that we're playing is good is because it tends to line up well into the other control decks in this format. And boy, golly, chat, does this format have a lot of other control decks in it. Yahenni's Expertise out. Fatal Push out. Bloodchief's Thirst is fine to leave in here. I think we'll board in the extra Cling to Dust for the purposes of screwing with their what's it called? There's also draws cards as we go along. Yeah, so like, I'm not super, I think Historic currently is a pretty miserable format for brewing in because it's so hard to build new decks that have a competitive chance against Cat Oven, Blue-White X Control, and the Auras decks. But like decks like this, like there's a number of decks that like exist in the format that are like competitive, that are like fun to play. Like try and get this one in at least once a week or once every other week. So I do enjoy playing this deck in the format. It's one of the few that are competitive that I really like. For people that are new to Magic's non-rotating formats, the thing you have to understand is the more cards that are added to a Magic the Gathering non-rotating format, the less cards are competitively viable. As the card pool gets larger, the barrier of entry a card has to pass in terms of power level to be playable increases. Mystic Disputed. Forget Freeman, thank you for the 35 months. I appreciate the prime. And Zeckles, thanks for the 29 months. That being said, because Historic is Magic's first digital-only format, if Wizards decides to care about the format, they could change that dynamic a good deal. But like, yeah, Unholy Heat is a good example, right? Like, will there ever be a removal spell printed that's better than Unholy Heat? I mean, probably not, honestly. And Unholy Heat invalidates so many creatures and planeswalkers in the format because they just don't line up well into that card. So cards are effectively rendered unplayable because of the things that they have to play against in the format. Four cards in their bin. It feels like they have Mystic Dispute. I'm gonna commit this and get disputed. And then next turn, if we draw a land, I can take God Eternal Captain out back and drown it in the Loch and play Narset. Yeah, sick. Okay. Actually, let's lead on Narset. So that way if we like draw a drown, they don't know that we have another one.
Before action.
Aggressive Time Killer, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Pengu Power! You are one of Hoaglandia's many first graders. Not many. Many is the wrong word. Handful of first graders. I think you're number 3 or 4 to reach that point. Thanks for the 6 years. It's been a trip. Welcome back. I wonder if I'm supposed to leave some number of fatal pushes in my deck post board to deal with their creature lands. They clear out Shark Typhoons as well. So this Narset actually means they're gonna impulse past their what's it called? So I don't have to worry about this Keftin now. So like, deal. You got me. Okay, this is cute. It's cute.
I won't forget our time together.
Hello, Colossi. Thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. I appreciate the support. Formats always get stale, but never the hoog. Thanks for the 25 months, Aether Wild.
I have just the trick for this.
Welcome back. Hoagland is Dutch. I am very American though. Yeah, honestly, untapped promoting Storybook Brawl leaves a real bad taste in my mouth.
I still have much to learn.
If there was an alternative piece of overlay software, I'd probably change to it based on that alone. All right. Would I rather Thoughtseize or Hold Up Dispute? I think I'd rather Thoughtseize. Storybook Brawl was bought by a cryptocurrency company and is leaning into the NFT and Bitcoin space, blockchain space. Untapped is partnered with Storybook Brawl and is promoting it heavily. I think I'm just gonna Hold Up Dispute here. I should have a decent Thoughtseize target next turn. What is an NFT? It's Amway for incels. Ugh. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. Well then, it's probably just Archmage's charm, huh? Then we'll cast Search for Azcanta. Their tweet about crypto companies paying highly, like gambling sites and gotcha games, was compelling. Yes, they do. This is not a joke. All of our shark shit. Dark Party! It's only just begun. There's a word for what we're gonna have, and that word is fun. I apologize to all of the parents I might have just induced terror in, but that's what runs in my brain when there are toddlers with the TV control. I don't know what that is, but I hate it. You don't have small children then, or if you do, they don't watch Netflix. All right, so if one of these is a counter spell, we're gonna be in trouble. Alright, we stopped the second Shark Typhoon, chat. We have successfully stopped the second Typhoon. Okay, so I am going to upkeep Archmage's Charm, steal their 6/6 Shark, because that puts a 6th card into my graveyard, which means if I bin whatever is on top of my deck, I will be able to flip my search for Azcanta. Alright, so 6/6 Sharks and 3/3 Sharks. Get in there. It's technically, like, generates some trade downs for us, but we're ahead. So I think the trade downs are good overall. I'd rather kill their 3/3s and their other ones. Didn't realize we were in the brawl queue. Alright, let the tires spin.
Focused and disciplined, you can keep an open mind.
Yep. That's super unfortunate. And that's brutal. Have to try and not die in the backswing here. Oh, we're gonna have a second Shark Typhoon too. So we just have to chill.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Guess I should prioritize exiling things I don't really want to redraw, because we might realistically, there's potential we live to, memory or whatever it is again. Yeah, commit to memory. I don't know if this is the right line, but I'm doing it. And away we go. And our hand is awful. Someone cue the carnival music. Hey, Roth, thanks for the 45 months. Welcome back.
Meditate and prepare.
There a legitimate way we can win from here. Yeah, my opponent's timer hitting 0. Gibby, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, they have 32 cards. We have 35. Alright, go ahead and go to the next game. We both have plus 15 minutes, so it's not really worth it. I'm gonna swap this Bloodchief's Thirst for the Shadow's Verdict, so I just have like one reset button in the case the board gets silly like that again. It also clears out opposing Narsets, which could have some value. I spent 30 grand on a math degree, so I know that 9 is 3 squared. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year pseudonym. Putting that degree to work. So long, Narset, you won't be missed. Watch this one hidden card be a Mystic Dispute chip. Sometimes lucky. I think this is a spell. Let's do this. Might have been right to let that Archmage's Charm resolve. They're not getting value off a dispute, seems good though. Our Sea and Sky drew 2 cards, so that eats a removal spell at this point. That's fine. It got 1 more than theirs did. Oh, we didn't see any Unholy Heats out of them game 2, but I have to imagine they still have them in their deck, right? Alright, so they have Mystic Dispute. Nope, they do not. Well, the problem is Dispute doesn't push Ashiok through in a lot of situations, right? And they've like I guess it like stops Archmage's Charm on this much mana specifically. This is the part where they make a treasure and loot, and they draw Mystic Dispute.
I wonder if you're brave enough.
We're gonna like go for the triple shock Ashiok line. Oh, if they were a loot plus treasure, they definitely should have done that in response, because there's Mystic Disputes in their deck. So, certainly a sequencing error here from the opponent. Yeah, Thought Distortion's just not... what's the best way to put it? If you're playing blue-black control and you need Thought Distortion to beat the non-black control decks, you should take your deck and throw it away. Because the purpose of being the control deck with discard spells is you have a leg up in those matchups already. So like, yeah, I guess if you really wanted to dunk them, you could, but I also would just like, it's not solving a problem you typically have. For clearing the lands off the top of my deck, friendo. Appreciate you.
Unruly maggots.
Maggots! They're unruly maggots!
I sense your fear. My inspiration will linger.
Damn it, now I exiled lands for them. I assume they're attacking us because they have the Hall of the Storm Giants. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack there, in fact, because they have the Hall. I don't. Alright, with the Shark Typhoon drawn, we're going in. No, this is definitely make a 6/6, try to untap and kill them. So if they fire up all the Storm Giants here, the Shark Typhoon is lethal. Yeah. Come on in. The water's warm, you might as well swim. Daddy Shark do 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 do. Daddy Shark do 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 do. Daddy Shark do 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 do. Daddy Shark. If we bait them into losing to Shark Typhoon, is it chumming? Yes, definitely. 100%. How does this deck line up against Phoenix? I think Phoenix is the hardest of your popular matchups, but I wouldn't say it's bad, but I also wouldn't say you slam dunk it. It has typical control deck problems where if your cards line up, it's fine, and if your cards don't line up, you're gonna die. Hey, GG's Plaz. Narset plus Prismari Command, second read. My kid has a bath toy that sings Baby Shark and flops its tail when it gets wet, but it's kind of touchy, so sometimes it just turns on in the middle of the night, and I have to wake up to the mechanical sound of robot singing Baby Shark. Sounds like a Furby exercise it. Yeah. Mood. This is so good. I just can't counterspell this. I guess I could commit this. They just have plenty of things to sacrifice though, right? I think we just let this happen. We'll be getting Grixis, Bant, Naya. What are the others? Grixis, Bant, Naya. We're getting the 3-3-color. We're getting the 5 3-color combination we don't already have Triumphs for. Esper. Jund. Yeah. Insert me pulling out my hair meme here. So we actually can't expertise to kill the squirrel because they could sack this to make a food and then sack the treasure in the food to make this a 4/4. It's unfortunate that's a tapped land. I really wanted to commit the Trail of Crumbs this turn. I guess if I put it 2 down, they can't redraw it next turn. Okay, I think I need to just take this out of play before they can start drawing a bunch of cards from it. Could make a food. I have a deadly dispute. We kind of get shoved in a box, but it is what it is. $368. I would probably sit at $368, but that's probably not high enough that you shouldn't watch it. If you can't afford to be, if you don't have time to be playing tomorrow, I'd probably want to win 1 to 2 more matches. That being said, interest in competitive Magic right now is at a pretty all-time low, so you're probably okay. What number is safe varies depending on how many people are playing. Casting Shark Typhoon is probably the way we win the game. But I also need to counter this Trail of Crumbs next turn, right? The only safe place is plat 4, mood. Yeah, they're almost assuredly playing Binding because we saw them elect, they're not playing Luris, so we know they have more expensive cards. Shark Typhoon is a big part of what makes our deck competitive. It means in matchups like this where we can't really be super controlling for all of their stuff, we have ways to just end the game. Speaking of just ending the game. Your move, Yugi boy. Please be dead. So, expertise is not great here. Aether Gust is fine. Cling is fine. Grasp to deal with large squirrels is fine. Shadow's Verdict cleans cats out of the graveyard. Grafdigger's Cage stops their loops from happening. Commit to Memory takes problem permanence off the table too. Alright, what do I want to trim now? Cling to Dust is probably a little slow and clunky, and Clinging... I guess Cling gives me the ability to gain life in a pinch, which has a lot of value. Noxious Grasp isn't good enough. This can reset those squirrels, and we still have Fatal Push and Drown in the Loch. I mean, like, even that last game was a good example of Saiba Syphoner being reasonable, right? Like, we just played it for 4 mana and picked a Thoughtseize back up and it was fine. So, like, sure, it's not frequently going to be... That's why I'm not playing a bunch of them, but, like, the one is pretty free. Yeah, I guess Meathook technically negates a cat loop, huh? No, chat. Okay, so Twitter supporting NFT profile pictures is the one good bit of NFT support that people have been adding, because Twitter supporting NFT profiles means you can very easily use the Twitter API to block everyone with an NFT profile picture. It's an incredibly good feature. Twitter giving us NFT profile pictures is the one bit of NFT support I will die defending, okay? It is important and adds real value to society. I'm supposed to keep the Thoughtseizes in. I don't know. The problem is that, like, their deck just gets on the board and plays completely on board. I don't know how we ever beat this start. They run average from here. They just bury us. Whoa, they didn't draw a card at end of turn? I'm very confused. These are a few of my favorite things. So the 23 months puppy, welcome back. By the way, this card is one of the reasons why this matchup's not completely untenable, because it gains control of ovens. I'm gonna let them grow this squirrel up a little bit before I steal it. Joey the Physicist, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Oh, we were just talking about that, man. See, Twitter's added official support for NFT profile pictures. And I was talking about how it's actually a good thing because it lets you use the API to block everyone that wants to do that. It's the latest we can take the squirrel before it kills us. Is that a trick question? card 5 in the bin. This is card 6 in the bin. So if we bin my top card, I'll get to flip search for Azcanta here. Oh, you know, maybe I should have gained control of the scroll while the oven wasn't up. Yeah. I didn't make the good play because I fucked up, chat. Yeah, Field to Shuffle Vraska is a good shout, too. Oh, I can't anymore because I gave them food, actually. Look at our mistakes compounding. Well, so I wanted the squirrel to be untapped is what I wanted. I wasn't thinking about the oven. So there is a reason to like let them go to their turn, and that's I wanted the squirrel to be untapped. In my mental shortcut, the oven wasn't doing anything because I had Grafdigger's Cage, but it interfaced with my charm, obviously. Sure, but it's still one of those, it's strictly correct to have their untapped thing, right? Like I said, in my head, this was canceling those. I'm explaining to you what happened. What happened was just wrong and I made a mistake, but I'm explaining to you why I made the mistake. I could be right to just cling to Dust the Cat here too. It's just so mana inefficient.
I go, I leave bodies in my wake. An unfortunate tragedy.
And this deck called Batman Control because there's no good guys in Historic. Yeah, not getting rid of the cage is incredible for us. It means I have another window to get rid of the cat here. Well, yeah, Ashiok's whole bit is playing cards from exile, so milling instead of exiling would be very silly. I make the Unite move unplayable.
Delightfully friendly.
Delightfully friendly. Listen, chat, all I'm gonna say is, if you have a problem with me calling the final thing on here a Unite move, there's one company that pays me to say Unite move instead of Ultimate, and there's not another company that pays me to say Ultimate for the Planeswalker. So I'm just following the cash, okay? I think we're just passing here. Basic Shillonomics. I've talked about this before, so like I've done 2 of the official Pokemon Unite broadcasts now, and they gave us a list of typical jargon that people use inside of MOBAs and games like that they prefer us use Unite specific terms for. which is why I've tried to put things like, I've been talking about being able to use this to get the cat this whole time, and I actually just can't do that because the cage also stops my cling to dust, and nobody pointed that out, chat. Okay, so I made a huge mistake here by not playing the Narset last turn. We should have played the Narset last turn. Because I was thinking I was going to cling after they Vraska down-ticked, but obviously I can't do that. So chat, if I didn't verbally acknowledge it, you did not point it out.
I'm going to make that disappear.
Yeah, you need to point louder. Harder, better, faster, stronger, more than every hour after hour. Work is never over. Oh my god, that's a Sawtusk Demolisher. Lordy. That's like really good on Ravenous Squirrel, huh? Hey, Joe, thanks for the Prime. That's super generous. There's a ton of great people you can send that to every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way this month. Sick. We're in danger? Why are people talking about us being in danger, chat? Why are people concerned? Come on now, everybody calm down. The only people panicking are those of you at home. Okay, now I'm panicking a little bit because we exiled 4 cards and I didn't draw any spells.
Prowess.
This has been a nightmare. Tragedies are the stars of my final act.
My dojo chat, it does not contain fear. Some of you are scared right now, I know, and that's okay. You're allowed to be scared. But I will not be letting the fear into my dojo today. Hey, T-Kush, thanks for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. Some of you just aren't committed to winning this game. Big mood. Big mood. Get it out of here. The creature land is low-key a little scary, chap.
Everyone is expendable, except me.
Yeah, but if I Field of Ruin, I can't memory, chap. And I want to be all alone in the moonlight. Can I win the game if I memory? I don't think I can, right?
I have just the trick for this.
I think I need to do this now, right? Get rid of the cat while they don't have the ability to make a food. If you do, so I did the final mission first, Zeckles, and if you do that, you have to, like, go back to, it, like, resets it to a point right before you do the final mission to do the DLC. So it doesn't, if you want to finish the current story arc of the main quest in Zero Dawn, you could do that and then do the DLC after. That was the sequencing I did for it, and I think it's fine. I'm gonna push this off a cliff before it attacks, so it can't exile either of my cards from my graveyard. When I gain a life when this creature dies too, because of their Meathook Massacre? That's sick.
Going to die anyway.
This doesn't unite until 9. Yeah, now I get to take this squirrel out back and drown it in the loch, and then we untap in memory. Someone earlier said they thought this matchup was hard/impossible for this deck, and I really disagree with that. I think this matchup is tedious and frustrating and annoying, but I think that describes most matchups in Historic. I don't think this one is necessarily bad. If you play well, it's very winnable. At worst, it's close. Oh, you know what? I should let their Trail of Crumbs trigger a resolve before I Fatal Push their thing. Or people that weren't here for the intro, I've had some questions about why this deck is called Batman Control. It's called Batman Control because it isn't the hero historic needs, but it's the hero historic deserves. There are no good guys here, chat. There is just a billionaire who beats up the poor and mentally unwell that you could root for if you're into that sort of thing. Can you have a slice of cheese? Thank you for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. I believe my peak for arbitrary arena rank is, I think we were 7 at one point. I don't know. I am glad that some people derive joy from achieving rank 1 on Magic Arena. But that being said, I am not one of them, and I don't enjoy the idea of racing at the start of the season to achieve that. If that sparks joy for you, more power to you, but it doesn't spark joy for me, so I'm not doing it. All right, show me your secrets. Those are historic legal Magic the Gathering cards. Decisions have been made. There were some choices over there, chap. I mean, to be fair, this format's incredibly inbred. Keeping a hand like that is pretty reasonable into most control opponents. Yeah, like, Croaky's recent engagement with the ladder really showed just how much it's about volume and not about anything else, right? Like, for people that didn't already understand that, like, we had 7 games in a row at number 3 and didn't clean up, right? It's just like, it's all about slamming it. Hey, well, we didn't get Tefreed. God bless. Restoration. That's cute. So, as much as chat wants me to just jam Shark Typhoon here, my opponent's blue-white deck is incredibly likely to be able to take a Shark Typhoon off the table, so that is not the correct play. Sad that we don't get to get anything, but at the same time, I mean, are they flooding or are they currently suffering the repercussions of their own actions? You be the judge. Yeah, I think we're supposed to counter this. I don't know about easy counter, but I think we're supposed to counter this.
To surrender now, I understand. Meditate and prepare.
I don't know why they didn't memory deluge in response, but thanks. They should probably just, why did they only make a 3/3? Or do they want to, like, be able to draw into another deluge? Wow, they hit it? What a sick beat. No?
Hone your prowess.
Okay, and we'll chill on this Thoughtseize now until we need to resolve something. Is the plan. They know about this Archmage's charm, so we'll just go ahead and use it. I do have 2 cards here I don't know about.
This was overwhelming.
Start here, see what they have. So, I'm actually going to decline paying for this, because if they're doing that, there's a good chance they don't have anything else worth taking. And I want to be able to fire up Hive of the Eye Tyrant to exile the flashback card, and then it's important that I have mana for these up afterwards. So there's a chance this last card's a spell, but it's pretty unlikely. I think I just assume it's a blank and leave up my counterspell here. So we're actually a little bit behind at the moment because they have Castle Vantress and we have no utility lands left. Oh, God. Yeah, we need a source of card advantage of our own. We need a Narset or a Sea and Sky. And like, just look at the actual cards that they drawn. Imagine, like, they're just, this is how inbred this format is, chat. Our opponent is almost top 1200, and look at these cards. They would just be dead against anybody playing to the board. Like, just actual, they've had what, 1, 2 cards in 30 cards that play to the board? Whereas we, unfortunately, have been suffering through drawing things like expertise. Yeah, it looks like a post-board control deck right now. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like they're pre-boarded. We're not just dead, but we're definitely behind because they're pre-boarded. How's the timer looking? They have 25 minutes. I have 24. I'm actually a little down on clock, but still plenty of time. They have a counterspell too in one of these cards. Nope. Second Teferi. It's my cold shot. It's a good one if it resolves. And it does. Yes, they have had three Deluge in their 80 card deck. To be fair, the first Deluge helps you draw more, right? And they have Castle going as well. They just topped 2 cards there. I'll take one more draw, but we can probably concede at this point. We countered their first 4. Did we? Yeah, I think maybe you're right. I don't remember how many, if any, actually resolved. So like I said, we got a plenty good game plan for the control deck here. We get to pull out the Fatal Pushes. And the expertise is you to bring in Negates and Mystic Disputes, an extra commit. Another Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust, very good into their Deluges. Get to exile them, draw a card before they get to flash back. They did cleverly play around our Thoughtseizes by only drawing lands when we had Thoughtseizes. It was a strong line, honestly. Lands are in this deck. Only 26. Yeah, I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. I cast my spells, chat. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Sedge. Sedge, we're gonna die to a shark, chat. We're only playing 26 lands. Our deck's got a lot of cantrips and a relatively low curve. Probably should have just mulliganed the 2-lander on the play. Not a dual land to cast the Archmage's Charm, but does cast the Thoughtseize at least. I'll do it again, I swear. Untapped land here would let us go Thoughtseize into Sea and Sky. Tapped land, we're jamming our threat. Yes, control mirrors are less interesting in a post-fire design world. Big agree with that. Cards like Dovin's Veto narrow interesting decision trees by a lot. Warrior Disruption? I don't know. I'm gonna have a tapped land. I might as well have no land a lot of the time. My God, we are bad at drawing lands. Huh? Top right? Nah. I can block warriors unlike you, Lambton. Chat, if I didn't want to play through games like this, I wouldn't have queued up in Historic this morning. I go, like, and it's fine if you don't want to play games of Magic like this, but this is Historic. It's why we do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. I have to be in a certain mood. I have to be willing to sit down and know that this is the Magic we're about to play. I knew what we were signing up for here. Dude, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. You like the games of Batman control where we're winning? I mean, are we losing at the moment? Did we start losing and someone didn't tell me? Would be kind of rude if we're losing and someone didn't tell me. What a strange game. The only winning move seems to be not to play. We just let this happen. Okay, and then I'm gonna Thoughtseize them, take their memory deluge, and then we'll exile the deluge with Cling, and we'll pass the turn. Yeah, I can Thoughtseize Cling around to Hermit here. Yes. Deal. Oh, fuck. Holy crap. We just needed one brick, chat. We needed a brick there real bad.
That didn't pan out. You know what? I'm not done.
Remember, chat, if you're someone out there that has Amazon Prime and you think I deserve a little hazard pay for this match, consider dropping off your Prime sub here for the month. It goes a long way. Cycling a Fetid Pools here. Thanks for the subgifted, Jir. I did most certainly choose this. You are not wrong. Oh my gosh, is this a counter spell? Okay, it's one I can pay for, I guess.
Mind and body should move in unison, like wind and wave. I have just the trick for this.
Oh, this lets them get Hermit back. That's gross. Solid synergy there from the opponent.
Not so fast.
LC, thanks for the subgifties. Hazard pay, appreciate it. Welcome back, Bearpoke. It's just like Narset pass, huh? You want to haul to kill Teferi? No. Just like, let this happen. And we just like do nothing, go. So the follow dance guy. Because the Teferi plus one-ing doesn't accomplish anything if Narset's in play other than untapping some lands, right? I had enough mana to activate Haul and attack. I played this tapped. It takes 3, 4, 5, 6, and then attack.
Sloppy technique.
Yeah, it's 7 counting itself.
Let's skip to the good part. Let me know if you're up for round 2. I know my responsibility.
Negate's actually a really bad draw because it means I can't drown and use the Saiba Syphoner as a 2-mana card.
I have reached my limit. Keep an open mind.
I think I've reached my limit. Might be the case for this game. I think they've assembled enough of a board state that we can't quite get out. Let's go to game 3 on the play. Oh, wait. Oh, we lost game 1. I forgot they peeled on us a bunch game 1. That's fine. Really, chat, getting to concede and leave that match is the real prize. Having to play a game 3 there would be more of a punishment than anything. No, flip-sided cards always come back on their front. Double-sided cards always come back on their front side. For opponents playing a creature deck, this hand is really bad. But odds are they're not, because this is historic. Decks like what we're playing, decks like what we're playing tend to be, decks like what we're playing tend to be better in open deck list tournaments, so you can make good mulligans. Like, I'd never keep this against a creature deck, but I think on the ladder, we just like keep it and accept that we lose if they're a creature deck. Jeskai control players and roping you on the second turn of the game, chat. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. We talked about the land count in this deck a little bit. Things like Shark Typhoon and Cling. These are reasons why I think 26 lands is fine in this deck. Search for Azcanta 2. We have a number of ways to see additional cards to our land drops relatively consistently. See, stuff like this is why I think the Magic Arena match timer for competitive stuff should be much shorter. The timer is essentially so long, our opponent gets to sit here and waste our time while they're clearly doing something else in addition to playing Magic Arena, and they basically never get punished for it. And it's not even, I actually think the rope itself is fine. I think the overall match timer is unacceptable. You should probably only have like 20 minutes per person. Yeah. 30 minutes per person, plus you also get to have extra time while sideboarding is unnecessary. The timers on Magic Arena are what? They're 10 minutes longer than Magic Online, and they're like 20 minutes longer than Paper. You shouldn't have more time to play a digital match of Magic than you do a Paper. Eldrick, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Yeah, paper is 50 minutes, and that includes shuffling and sideboarding. I think half's probably a little extreme, but I think at a minimum the same. It's been a long while since I played Paper 2. They're not making a decision, chat. They're literally just wasting our time. They had something else come up or happen while they're playing Magic Arena, or they're just explicitly griefing us. One of the two. Probably the former. Like, I think on average most people aren't griefers, but when you're on the other end of it, the details of why you're getting your time wasted doesn't really matter. Did I like stutter? Did I mumble? I said 50 minutes. Somebody else verbally confirmed, hey, 50 minutes. And then don't you get an hour? No, you don't get an hour. That's why we literally just went back and forth and said 50 minutes. Fuck, chat. Come on.
Meditate and
I was hoping to find a Thoughtseize there, but that's what it is. Oh, wait. Maybe we should untime them out of the right, because it's daylight savings time right now, so during DST you move the clocks forward and you get 10 extra minutes for the round, right?
Hurry.
hone your prowess.
Congress is voting for permanent extra minutes in Arena. God bless them. You automatically draw after 50 minutes of paper. There's 5 additional turns. Active player finish their turn, and then non-active player gets 3, and active player gets 2 more. You go back and forth for 5 more total. Excuse me? Well, shit. I mean, I guess we're dead, right? Grafdigger's Cage does not impact Indomitable Creativity. Before anybody asks. I'm not boarding in Grafdigger's Cage. It doesn't impact Indomitable. I guess they're not necessarily Indomitable Creativity, but could they just be playing this in a control deck? It's like, they might just be playing this in their control deck, huh? In which case this Fatal Push isn't very good. I'm gonna err on the side of no creativity this game. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so tapped land into Thoughtseize, tapped land on 2, into Sea and Sky on 3. Pretty solid curve here on the play. Stop wasting our time, opponent. Please, please, can I have a scrap of your attention? One attention, please. I really wish Arena had an in-client report function for games like this. Oh, they're just playing it as top end inside of the Lotus Field deck. Okay, that makes sense. Slacker, thanks for the 46 months. Welcome back. We all have to do our taxes at some point. This opponent decided that during this arena match was the right time. Yep. Yep. Yeah, for what it's worth, I don't think our opponent is griefing because they see my username. Like, they're probably just doing else something simultaneously, and they know that there's actually no punishment for doing so. The timers in client are super long, so it doesn't matter if you waste a bunch of time. I have 2 card types in there, so I feel pretty safe tapping out. Can't get Unholy Heated on my Sea and Sky just yet. Alright, 2-turn clock. They already played their land for the turn, right? This means I get to untap an Ashiok now?
There is little as exquisite as the artistry of torment.
Do I just make a token here? Because what, they go like land, big thing, I have a lot of ways to take it off the board. Yeah, I think leaving Ashiok, especially with the Bloodchief's Thirst in hand, if they like Sarah Emissary next turn, they Sarah's Emissary me next turn, Ashiok can down tick and get rid of it. Six mana left over. They have 2 mana left over. Find out in 90 seconds. Yep. Yep. Can we make a Batman command yet? Is the bot dead? The bot might be dead. Recommendations for a good standard deck. Yeah, we played a bunch of good standard decks. I'd recommend checking out the standard playlist on the front page of my YouTube channel and kind of scroll through there and see what tickles your fancy, depending on what kind of deck you want to play. Abzan Control is sweet. White-Red Aggro is sweet. We played White-Blue Tempo yesterday. Also good. Bloodsun, I guess. It is a Dream Trawler. Yeah, scary eventually. Spiked an untapped land. Push it for us.
I train every day. No one knows I have just the trick for this.
Need to do 0.
Keep an open mind.
The old Drown in the Loch, Cling to Dust combo. A classic, if I do say so myself. I think I'm done with Historic for today. I've been playing for about 2 hours, and I've had my fill of remembering why we don't play Historic every day. No, we play Magic till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. We're gonna play some Standard. I try and play 2 decks in 2 different formats every day before we swap over. Thanks for the 43 months, Goons. Welcome back. As far as this deck goes on wrap-ups, I don't really have any changes to make. I think the deck is reasonable for what the format is. I don't think there's any changes you could make. I think the format's a real slog, and if you want to slog things out, this deck is good at doing that, but after about 2 hours, I am done slogging. We cast the Siphoner once, it was fine, I'd play the Siphoner again. If you want to play, that was a Kefnet before, if you want to keep playing the Kefnet, that's also fine.